Hey folks, welcome to Playing in Traffic, and today I'm in North Wildwood, New Jersey, hovering, sorry this is not a hoverboard, floating around 13th and the beach. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the area a few months back where I was like, ooh, a couple more storms and they're gonna have a breakthrough here. And let me show you this. Now you see the dunes here, but matter of fact, I'm gonna go up to 12th. And you can see no beach access. The erosion has been rough. It's well documented by many YouTubers on here. And I even got in on that. Like I said, it was a few months back. I was shooting with the with my other camera. And I remember saying, like, I remember looking over the dune, beach side though. I was on the other side. And said, wow, this is a couple storms away from being cleared to the street. There was about 3 or 4 feet worth of sand remaining, and I think it was this spot right here. And I don't remember the last time you could view the beach from the street. This ought to be fun trying to navigate this in the sand. Let's see. Are we going to stop? Are we going to make it down to the water? Are we going to make it? We did. We made it to the water. Look, straight through. Straight through is you can see all the way to the bulkhead by the sidewalk. That's pretty wild. That's not why I'm here though today, but I did just want to notice that and wanted my viewers to notice that. So let's do a little of this.
I like to go out, I like to party, I like to get wild, I like to bring up, I like to go out, I like to party, I like to get wild, I like me crazy.
Today I'm wandering between 23rd and 24th Street on the Boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey, and having a reflecting moment about Sportland Pier. A viewer actually said, enjoyed my Hunts Pier video, and I said, you know what, I will reflect on, they had asked about the Sportland Pier. I said, could I do something around the Sportland Pier? Absolutely, I can do something about, yeah, let me get my words together. Absolutely, I could do something around Sportland Pier, which was located, again, between 23rd and 24th on the Boardwalk. One of the first things I want to note is the following. Try to get some pictures to back up at least the vintage of it, how it looked. Certainly looked a lot better than it does now. But right here, along, this would be the 23rd, cruising down 23rd, and this whole area, when I get to the bottom of this hill, yeah, when I get to the bottom of this hill, you can see that driveway there. This was Aquaslide, Aqua Circus, I'm pretty sure it was called the Big Banana. That was all here. And what I remember about it in my own personal life is I remember going into when it was a water park, and the Boyer Museum is documenting that water park as being the very first water slide in Wildwood. And I swear they called it the Big Banana. I remember it being that. And of course, now we're looking at homes, of course, residential here. And did it come all the way out to here? I don't know about that. I don't know if it came all the way out to Surf Avenue. I'm going to say it didn't, but I'm not positive. Because that's what this is right now, Surf Ave. So we're going to make a left up here on 24th. And I remember going into that when it was aqua pool, when it was a big giant pool. Like I might have been 12 or 13, but I remember that was the first time I ever went off a high dive, which I was scared. And I didn't even have enough weight in my body to make the diving board go like this. Boing. I did not have that. So we literally just ran off the end. But it was a pretty far drop for me anyway. I remember doing that. I kind of remember going on the water slide. I don't have any memories of any particular aspect of it, if I did, along where these shops are right here. And then of course, Sportland Pier in and of itself was over here. And here's problem. I assume this is probably the original wood. And of course, all eyes will be focused on the following area right about here. So yeah, of course, this is all go-karts. It's been go-karts for a long time. But where I'm pointing, oh, hello, Nor'easter. Where I'm pointing right here, my recollection is that's where the legendary hellhole was. What I will remember Sportland Pier for forever is the hellhole. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people can validate that as well as being the staple signature ride on Sportland Pier. Now, hellhole came with a lot of urban legend, which made it scary before you even entered the hellhole. Now, upon some research, apparently there was 3 of these. The third location I'm not going to be good with, but the first 2, Sportland Pier being one of them, the other one, Coney Island. And these things date back to the whole concept of the hellhole. The whole concept of the centrifugal force rides, the spinning rides, creating so much spinning speed that it sticks you to the wall of the inside of the ride. And then the floor drops. And then you now are, I don't know, I feel like it was 4 feet. It could have been more than that. Where you're 4 feet above the floor surface spinning. And it was great. And you know what, there was a point where they used to just call it a rotor ride, and I think that was basically the name of it. And then as that got played out and boring, they then developed the concept of a devilish hellhole that I'm pretty sure as Coney Island, ready to say Asbury Park, Coney Island and Sportland Pier had that as their concept with the devil on top. In more recent times, in saying almost as much as the last decade, this area right here, I'm pretty sure it was called Morbid Manor, and also had, let me get on the one wheel. It's lonely over here. It just got its 2,100 mile pin. Well, it really isn't a thing, but 2,100 miles it just passed. So standing ovation for this one wheel at 2,100 miles. This area here, I could have swore they called this Morbid Manor right here. Really not much in the way of a remnant of it. I don't even know if these were here before Morbid Manor. But my understanding is that that was also created by Dracula's Castle people. And I heard it was really good. I never went in it. I wasn't down here that much. Wasn't really doing the boardwalk that much. But I heard it was really good. Shout out as well to something that is no longer here, but the gentleman that was in the dunk tank. I remember him for many years. And it's only been missing for a couple years now. And I think that gentleman was a Dracula's Castle employee, but also doubled as the dunk tank clown. And I remember that being positioned here for a while. And I remember stories about and I might even heard this firsthand from him. Very nice guy. I remember meeting him at a couple castle parties. Of course, way back, we're talking about when I was 20, so that's literally an eternity ago. I remember him saying they had to escort him off. They used to escort him under the boardwalk to his car. I mean, he was savage and tremendous. Like you could stand far enough away so you don't get hit with any of his freaking shrapnel that was coming out of his mouth, because he was good. No recording in Wildwood would ever be complete without Under the Boardwalk happening, so let's do that. Let's do a little wander here and get our head down so I can get clipped by up here. Oh, let's go over this way. And then let's go up this way. And then let's look at the side. Because let's look at what's transpired over the years as it pertains to Sportland Pier. Oh, by the way, wasn't even aware of this, but when I was doing my research, just about maybe the positioning of the hellhole, and I read that it is projected, and it was supposed to have broken ground, but I can guarantee that hasn't happened yet. So, we're back on. That was interesting. So, I'm assuming it was this back end of the boardwalk, or maybe the whole boardwalk itself at Sportland Pier was planning on building the world's biggest water park. You can look that up yourself. First time I ever heard it. Look at this visual here. So I guess they were going to use this decking in this part, I'm sure. Maybe, but that is actually a link on the internet dated pre-2022. It's not like it's ancient, but talking about building the world's, or the biggest, I'm going to say not the world, maybe more national, the biggest water park in the United States, right here. Again, the breaking ground part was supposed to have happened in the beginning of 2022. Now, I haven't seen any ground broken. Here we are. We're right here in that area, vicinity. You can see how far the tide went up there to pull some sand down. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure this is low tide here. But yeah, man, so there's a story right there. How about the old Sportland Pier hosts the biggest water park in the United States? I need to find some music for this. The thoughts. Yeah, so never heard that one before, but just read it today. And that's going to about do it for Sportland Pier. Yes, home of the hellhole. We're going to layer some pictures into that. I remember that ride. That ride was great. The urban legend was a thing. Oh, somebody died on it. Didn't you know somebody died on it? Then, of course, you're like 12 years old or whatever. Oh, goodness. 13 years old. Somewhere around there. I feel like it was like 1981. And then you're like, you're already scared to death to even go on and then hear that. I don't think any of them stories were true. There was, however, the Hellhole's final day. Now, here's a ride that theoretically dated all the way back to 1950, in the 50s. Its final day was the one that was operating in Coney Island, and that had a serious accident. I don't think there was any fatalities, but there was some major injuries after one of the belts snapped. And that's, you know, the story I read, that's all, you know, other than people hurling after they got off of it. That was all that really was mentionable. But yeah, so that's it. That's going to be the vid from here, from Sportland Pier, on a beautiful day in April. All right, folks, have a great day. Have a pleasant tomorrow, and I will see you at the next episode.